Welcome back to this training on how to use the UAB e-learning platform and create exams. In the previous sessions, we have learned what a learning management system is. We have also learned how to access, register, log in, and navigate through the UAB e-learning platform. We have also learned how to create a course and how to populate content. In this session, we're going to learn how you can be able to create an exam. Let's dive in. So, like we had learned in the previous session, for us to be able to access the UAB e-learning platform, we'll click on the browser. I am using Chrome. Then you'll type in elearning.uab.ac.ke. You will then click on login at the top right hand corner. You will then log in using Google. So you click the Google link there, and it will redirect you to the UAB email so that you can be able to put in your UAB email and password. For now, my credentials are stored, and I'll just click on login, and there I am. So I'm logged in and I can be able to see my name at the top right hand corner. Now we're going to access the course that we have created so that we can be able to create an exam in it. Like we had learned in the previous session, there are two ways to access the course. First, you can go through the site home. Then from the site home, you scroll down to your school and your department. In this case, I will go to the School of Business, Department of Information Systems. And once I click on it, I can be able to see if my course appears here. It doesn't. So I can be able to search the course by searching one of the keywords, which is the management. And once I search that course and I click go, then I'll be able to see my course here. When I click on the course, then I'll be able to get right into the course. The other way, of course, that we can be able to log into the course is by going to my courses. If I go back to the dashboard and I click my courses, again, I am able to see my course right here, and I can click on it, and then again, I'm also right in. In the previous session, we had also learned that for you to be able to add content into the course, you must first put yourself in the editing mode. So you turn editing on. And when you turn editing on, we now can see that we have got edit menus that show on the page. Previously, we had created content on the first section of the course and the second section. And now we want to create an exam on the what is written there, topic 2. So again, what we'll do is that we will edit this topic. We click edit the topic, and then we will tick on the box there written custom so that we can have a custom title, and we will fill that final exam. Once we write on the final exam, we will then put in the instruction for the final exam, and I've already pasted the instructions for the final exam, in which the student is being told that this test will use a lockdown browser, and they are advised to follow down the instructions as indicated. Once you have been able to put in the content, then you'll be able to save the changes. And once you save the changes, now we can see that we have got the third section. So we have 3 sections now, and the third section has got the final exam with its instructions. The next step is to create an exam, and we do that by adding an activity or resource. So we click on that. Then we will create what is called a quiz. So generally, just for the sake of a broader understanding, we can be able to create assignments. So in terms of assessments, we can be able to create assignments. We can also be able to create forums that can be graded. We can also be able to create a quiz, and we can also be able to create a lesson that has got some questions in it. So we have got all those different types of assessments that we can do. An assignment is when you want them to be able to hand in a file. It could be end of term assignment or any other assignment that they are required to hand in. Then you have a forum, and this one would require students to be able to post into the forum. Then you have a quiz. So a quiz is what we use when you want to do an exam. And a quiz allows you to have different types of question, as you will see. So you can be able to have multiple choices, true and false, matching, short answers, and even essays. So for now, we click on quiz and then we click add. Once we do that again, we'll come and name our quiz final exam. Again, we could be able to give a description if you wish to do so, but for now, we're not going to have any description. We can go to timing and say, when is this exam going to be taken? So for now, we can enable and put in the exact date. For now, the exams will be starting 6th of June or 8th of June. So we can put this, for example, to start on, let's say, 12th of June. 12th of June 2020. And we can even specify the time that it's going to be. Again, the exam will close on, you can give a time period. Now, the thing with online exams is that because different people will be able to access at different times, you can actually be able to give like a whole day. But the exam itself, as you can see here, it has got a time limit. So you can give a time limit of, let's say, 1 hour, but the exam is available the whole day. But the moment you take the exam, you only have 1 hour. So in this case, we can decide that it's going to start from 12th up to, so 12th, we can do 12th in the morning, 7 in the morning, or even 8 in the morning. All right. And then it will go up to the whole day, 12th, again June, up to 5 in the evening, for example. All right. So it will go up to 5 in the evening. So in that case, we've already enabled that. Then we can also enable the time that the exam is available the whole day, but you only have how many? Probably 2 hours. All right. So the moment you start the exam, you only have 2 hours. Again, here you can be able to say whether the attempts are submitted automatically or there is a grace period or the attempts are submitted before the time expires. You can be able to do all those configurations. For now, we go with the default that attempts are submitted automatically. Grading, you can be able to put in the grade for this course, and for example, the course probably will be out of 100. Then attempts, you probably just want to have one attempt if it's the final exam. Layout in terms of the questions, so every question will have its new page. You can go to determine how many questions you want per page. And so for this one, we want every question will be in its new page. What about the question behavior? They will be shuffled. All right. So even if we are taking the same exam, my first question will not be the same question that you'll be asked. Again, the questions can be able to have a deferred feedback so that as you go on through with the exam, you will be getting the feedback at the end of the course. So you can be able to configure that. Again, you can configure review options of what happens in terms of the attempt, what you get during the attempt, what you get, the feedback that you get immediately after the attempt and later after the attempt. So you can be able to configure. For now, they're able to get all those feedback. Appearance, again, you can be able to indicate there what you'll be able to get, and you can be able to show the user's image as a small or large or no image. For now, we just let it be no image. The grades, you can be able to put in decimal places We don't want to have any decimal places. It will just round it off to the nearest whole. Extra restrictions, you can be able to put in a password for doing that exam. You can create a password and give that password to the students. Overall feedback, again, you can be able to give overall feedback depending on how someone scores. If they score 100, probably excellent. If they score 50, you give another feedback, and you can be able to create more buttons for feedback if you so wish. Again, you can have what they call common modules and groups and all that. For now, what's most important is that if you have been able to configure the time for the period when the exam will be taken, the time and the grade, then you're good to go. All the other things, you can leave them to be in default. So you come here and save and return to the course. All right, so here it says that the grade to pass cannot be greater than possible grade, which is 10. So it's telling me that possible grade is 10, and I'm not sure where that has been defined. So I would have to check on that. For now, let me just put 10, and then I will come and save to the course. All right, so once I do that, then we can see that the final exam has already been created. And the next point now is to be able to populate questions into the final exam. Now, there are two ways that you can be able to populate questions into the final exam. One is to upload exams into an exam bank or a question bank. And the second one is to enter one question after the other. Of course, entering one question after the other is quite a lot of work. Now, there are different types of questions that you can be able to have. You have multiple questions, you have got short answers, you have got true and false, you have got matching, you have got essays, and all that. So let's see how you're able to populate different types of questions. We're going to first start with multiple choices questions. So for multiple choices questions, what you do is that you'll go to your exam, the one that you have, and for that exam, you'll copy the questions that you want to ask the student, and you copy them in a new document. I want to presume that you will take in the modulated exam, and you will copy in the multiple questions, and then you paste them in a new document. Once you paste them into a new document, the first thing to do is remove the numbering. You will not need the numbering. So here we'll say that we don't need any numbering. We remove all the numbering. All right. Then after that, okay, so here we have removed all the numbering. The next thing is to remove the spaces within the questions. All right, like I'm doing right now. Then after that, you will enter the questions. So enter like that and type answer in caps, then full colon, and then you give the answer. So in this case, mostly what you want to do, of course, you want to get your marking scheme and you get all your answers. So for example, this one, the answer is C and D. So I'm able to come here and put answer C, and then I can also put full colon, again D. All right. Again, I want to copy the same thing and I want to put it on the second question. And here the answer will be, the answer again for this based on my marking scheme will be B. So again, I put my answer is B. So the secret here is just to put answer, full colon, then the answer. Then after that, We'll do the same thing for the third question. Again, we put in answer, and the answer for that question is B again. So again here we put in the answer is B. Then again for the fourth question, again we put in the answer, which is from the marking scheme. Again here we can see the answer is A. And lastly, we have the last question, and the answer here is the last question. Sorry, this one didn't come out well. So we put in the answer here is B again. Right. So having restructured our question like that, the next thing that we do is we save these questions. We come here, we do save as. I want to save this on my desktop. All right. Oh no, my computer is hanging. So, all right. So we want to save this.